AITA for being in, to my wife's affair partner. My wife and I have been married for 4 years and have been together for 11 years. We do not have any children. Things have been going well, with both of us being really loving. We are both quite honest with one another, discussing our wishes and desires. We discussed bringing in a third party and agreed that it should be someone we both like. She is, but I am not, so being with a woman seemed less daunting. We also agreed to have in the same room as another couple, but without touching them. So monogamy is a little soft for us, but we've never taken any attempts to open our relationship. I felt we were open and honest about pretty much everything. We just began hanging out with a couple as friends. My wife informed me that the male half was flirting with her and asked whether I was comfortable with her flirting back. I told her that was okay as long as it was just for fun and the girl was aware ahead of time. Fast forward to the present day, and it has progressed beyond that. Surprise! After approximately a week of leaking information, I discovered that they progressed from making humorous remarks, which I consented to emailing nudes and grabbing my wife's, although they both claim she told him that was too far and stopped it. Nonetheless, they first denied everything, and my instinct tells me they did more. I've forgiven my wife after we went through relationship counseling, even if I don't trust her as much as I used to. Kudos to her for answering challenging questions without hesitation and working on our marriage. Now, the second couple has contacted me, stating they want to meet and discuss everything. I was polite to the girl but said no. I reacted when the man contacted me. Please do me a favor and do not contact me again. It escalates into a brawl between myself and my wife. I'm not sure whether you're wanting to my wife again, or if you're really remorseful for my wife behind my back, but I'm not going to be played again. I was wondering whether he would reveal anything else. Instead, my wife receives a text message from his girlfriend, who is outraged that I accused them of damn snitch. I'm now being accused of being a jerk. Edit. It seems that a few more information are required. First and foremost, we agreed to have flirtatious comments. We also agreed that and nudity were inappropriate, and she should have alerted me when he grabbed her. To be fair, my wife did say to the girlfriend, "Me and your boyfriend have been flirting a bit. I don't want you to think I'm trying to steal him, and if you're not comfortable, I'll stop." Regarding their limits, I learned about them when the girlfriend ordered us not to contact them again after the boyfriend admitted how far things had progressed, and he reportedly has a history of cheating on her. Please keep in mind that the girlfriend was the one that reintroduced communication. She believes that if we can all become friends again, she will be able to forgive and go on. These are her words, not mine. Second, the reason for my text was that my wife and the man were supposed to have broken off communication, but it took her 5 days to do so after I requested and stated it was either me or him. Only a few hours before my wife had the same idea, I got a text message from him asking for us all to meet. This raised a red flag for me and got me angry, so I responded with that reply. His girlfriend subsequently informed me that she recommended the idea to both of them that day after I started ignoring her text wanting to meet. Third, I have no proof of them having intercourse, and they both swear on their lives that nothing else, not even a kiss, occurred. After I sent the SMS, my girlfriend contacted my wife and me, assuming I had discovered fresh information. If I keep assuming they had, I could end up being the fourth. We did go to therapy, and the therapist said she didn't believe anything further could be done, and that as long as we kept communicating, we'd be okay. We just attended 2 sessions, but we met every suggestion from the therapist and began to feel normal. I believe our previous talk about open relationships helped us understand each other and recover faster, but not completely. Fifth, we are not, and have never been, in an open relationship with each other. My wife is well aware of my limitations. Story 2. Just want to vent my experience on being cheated on 27 male and moving forward. Hello, I just wanted to share my experience with those who have gone through what I have. So I was married with a 2.5-year-old kid when I discovered my wife, a 26-year-old female, had cheated on me. This occurred when she was on a cruise with her 2 female companions. They left and returned, and a few days later, after receiving my ex return, she indicates that she believes we should split for a bit, the day before my daughter's 3rd birthday celebration. This came out of nowhere. We'd never had a conversation like this before. Backstory: I was in school at the time, working full-time, caring for my kid, and relocating to a new home in our town. We would squabble and, to be honest, didn't have the finest communication skills. Having said that, when she asked whether I wanted to go on the cruise, I responded fine, no problem. She spent the most of the time watching our kid, and I thought it would be a good thing for her to do with friends, despite the fact that we didn't have the money to accomplish it at the time. While she was gone, I would keep an eye on our kid. So when she asked whether we should split up, I became really unhappy and ended up leaving for the night to go to my parents' place. We ended up canceling her family birthday celebration. We ended up talking about it and deciding to try to work things out. So I sought a marital counselor and scheduled an appointment for us that week. We went for about 3 to 4 weeks till I discovered the true cause for her want to divorce. The two buddies she brought on the vacation were mutual friends of mine, and we all worked together at the time. Friend 1 was behaving normally. Friend 2 was a bit hesitant chatting with me since she knew about my ex-desire wives to divorce me. She was aware that we were about to attend therapy and inquired as to how things was going. I told her that I felt everything was going fine. Also, my wife was telling me at the time that friend 2 was behaving strangely on the trip and was furious with her and friend 1. I didn't really reveal anything else. So fast forward to me and friend 2 chatting at work, and I inform her that friend 1 and my ex-wife were traveling to another city for a ladies' vacation the next week. That's when she tells me, reluctantly, about a man whose name I'd never heard of before. She had been discussing it with my then wife, attempting to get her to tell me the truth. My ex-wife had informed her that she had stopped talking to him and would not be doing anything else. She also said that friend 1 had slept with a man on the trip and that they were attempting to get friend 2 to join them with the third guy. When I go home from work and tell her about this person, she attempts to deny everything. I pressed her more, and she ultimately admitted to sleeping with him on the vacation. She was also continuing chatting and messaging him on a regular basis while we were in marital therapy. That same day, I moved out and hired a lawyer. We decided to share custody of our kid until we could work things out. We spoke about our relationship for a long time and eventually decided to attempt to reconnect a few weeks after I moved out. I drove all the way to our home, which was 45 minutes away since I had moved in with my parents. When I arrived, I asked whether we were going to do this. "You've stopped talking to the man and buddy 1 with whom you did all of this." She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't stop talking to him and her in order to save a 9-year relationship. That's when I realized she wasn't who I thought she was. The next months were agony on earth. She would trick me into minding our kid on her days off so she could see her new lover up north. Lies upon 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 lies upon. She hasn't spoken to her buddy 2 since she informed me what occurred. At one time, she told me it was my fault since we didn't communicate properly and would quarrel, make my life a living misery. Fast forward, through it all, friend 2 and I became even closer friends and began dating. We've been dating for almost a year now. She is a lovely person who shares my moral principles and loves my kid as much as I do. I have joint custody of my kid, which I like. I keep wondering why this happened to me, but I've realized it's made me stronger. She was incorrect, and no matter how awful she claims our relationship was, it doesn't justify the lying, cheating, and manipulative conduct she subjected me to. Also, around 9 months after everything, she crawled back to me, claiming everything was a mistake and she was sorry. That and other things. She had stopped communicating to him a few months after everything had happened because she wanted to sort things out. She revealed her real nature to me while I was weeping my eyes out after learning about the infidelity and her spitting all over me. Sorry for the lengthy read. It felt nice to get everything out there. I'm at a good spot in my life, with a lovely wife and a kid who adores me.